But with Francois out, and now they still have to host Miami in a couple of weeks, brand new starting quarterback. I mean, what does that mean for the Coastal Division in the ACC right now, Des?
Wow. Well, I think it's wide open. I do think it's wide open. I think the ACC is a very interesting conference in general when you look at it. I looked at the conference before the season started, and we did our preview show, and I looked at the schedule, and I'm like, man, I tell you what, if Brad Kaya was still in Coral Gables at the University of Miami, I think the Canes would be ranked much higher than they were preseason. So therefore, I picked the Canes to win the ACC, to win the conference, and to get into the college football playoffs. So now it seems like, chips are kind of falling their way where, the conference is even more open than people anticipated coming into the season. So I like the ACC. Very competitive and very competitive conference. I like watching the ACC right now. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing unfolds, David.
Yeah, and it's a very competitive conference. And the thing that was most interesting, and the reason everybody gravitated towards Florida State was it was competitive, but you just talked about it, Des. Miami quarterbacks, Clemson quarterbacks. Those were the clear advantage. Deondre Francois, we saw him do it. Well, now the field's wide open. Now you got a true freshman coming into the game for Florida State to try to run the team. And so now the quarterbacks have been evened out. So for me now, I go, Clemson was the best team to me on paper before the season started, everywhere but the quarterback spot. I think now Clemson, it's a huge advantage for them because that experience at that spot, playing at home against Florida State, against a true freshman is going to be a tough task for anybody to go into Death Valley and try to do that. So I think it gives Clemson the edge now in the ACC.